Hello. This was our trip, our outing to the north side, basically north side of Mount Como on May 14, or I'm sorry, February 14, 2010. Uh, about a year ago now, between posting and the actual trip. It's kind of a cold February morning. This is a little opening camp spot here. There used to be some little cabins up in this area back in the early 80s, late 80s, early to late 80s. So I'm panning around here. You're starting to see the Como Peak up there. And it's heading over to the west side over here. Just kind of giving you a panoramic of the area. Dayton is actually almost to the right behind me right now. I'm just kind of showing you everything there. Today we're going to do a little hike. It's about 13 or 14 miles for us. I'll just kind of go up here on the hill and give you an overview of everything. This is one of our first longer hikes that we have done. Usually 5 or 6 miles is about all we do in a day, but this was a pretty good hike for us this day. We started off here pretty early. The nice thing about the snow and the chill, it kind of keeps it nice temperature-wise for us during the day. We're going to actually head up over in that general direction today. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get in here a little closer. There's a couple caves up here I want to go check out. Kind of just showing this general area out here. There's some springs over in here and some creeks. It's a pretty nice little area right here. Good little camp area for a weekend or overnight trip. We're gonna head out over in that area right here in just a few minutes. You can barely see them, but there's a herd of horses out there. Can't remember how many are out there, but we run into a couple herds throughout the day. See, that's where we're going to be heading, right up into there. You can kind of see the 2 or 3 little holes up there, little caves up there. That's where we're going to go. I'm just checking out the area for the horses. We just try to avoid, don't want to disturb them too much. So we're getting a little closer up here to these caves that we want to see. I remember them as a kid. I used to come up here as a kid with family, and I do remember seeing them, and the one on the very, very top up there is difficult to get to. Gotta do a little rock climbing to get up to it. They're all still kind of neat little rock shelters and caves. Mostly rock shelters. And here we are getting a little closer up here, so we should be coming across the first one right here. This is the first little one, the lower rock shelter. Doesn't go back in there very far. A few feet. There is some evidence, some silt in the ceiling and stuff, but not a lot of evidence of use, but probably just a little bit. heading up into these other two. They're a little bit deeper in the ground. Deeper in there. They have an unusual look. Looks like a cyclops. So here's the first one. You can see that some people have had some fires in here, and there's a little fire right there. And it's not too deep in there. And the other one's right up there. And like I said, this one's not too deep. It's probably about 20 foot long, though, and about 5-10 feet back. Snow was hard to hike into because it was frozen in some areas. This is the view looking over Dayton Valley in Dayton. This is the upper cave. So you had to actually do a little rock climbing to get here. It wasn't the easiest one to get up to. See, kind of had a rock climb over in that general area. But it's still a pretty neat little cave, little rock shelter up here. There's me down there. There's Dayton, that's heading out towards Mark Twain. Kind of just give you a little show you how high up we are. Yeah, we're probably a third of the way up. You can kind of see an old fire break down there. I'm pretty sure it was a fire break in a couple roads. We were actually camped right down, kind of in that area. We end up walking back down here and going over 2 or 3 more canyons before we head back to the campsite. Matter of fact, fire came through here a few years, well, quite a few years ago, and then the top of the mountain up on the other side, the south side, quite a few had a fire a few years ago, and it was a pretty good fire. You can see a lot of the burned trees over there. This side you don't see much anymore, but there was some evidence of one quite some time ago. That's looking over towards Mound House and Carson City area. Well, thank you again for viewing. Hope you enjoyed it.